Hello, family. Mr. E here with Victor ETV. And today is another day out of the week. Today is Thursday. Yeah, today is Thursday. And I'm here to talk to you about the end of the day. Yep, the end of the day. Well, it was a good day today. A challenging one, but it's still a good day. Every day's a good day. You get a chance to live to see another day. So I'm going to take it that way. That's another good day. Well, I had an interesting evening. And right at the end of the day, well, matter of fact, it's not the end of the day because we have another activity I have to do. I left one job, went to the next one, which was with the Learning Arts Center. That's where I'm doing some work there. And later we'll go out to BB King to do some other work with Victor ETV, where I'll be doing some interviews. But at this point, I just want to share with you a lot of times when I'm out and about, I try to present myself in a way that's very professional and very much misleading. Okay? All right, it's just me. It's just something I do. I guess I have a certain kind of swag. Which I like. That has to do with when you get to a point where you just like you. Well, that's why I am. Now, I hadn't always been this way. Because, matter of fact, I can remember back when I was younger, when this little kid, I was like maybe about 18, and this little kid might have been about 12 years old. He said, Ezel. I was younger then. Why you don't like yourself? I never knew I didn't like myself. But evidently, that statement stayed with me. I'm 65 years old today, and I still remember this young man saying that to me. And I wonder what kind of energy I was giving off to make this 12-year-old think that I didn't like myself. Well, I didn't know what that meant, but I know what it means now because I know how I like myself now. Finally. But anyway, so today, the young man stopped me. And he says, now this happens quite a bit often, especially lately, especially since I've been wearing the fedoras. My family, all the men back then wore fedoras. They would wear them to church. My dad wore them, my uncles, all my uncles wore them, and all of my brothers are wearing them. And it's just, I look at it as a crown now of your manhood and family man and what have you. But today, I was walking and this guy says, man, where you been getting all your clothes from? Man, you got such a swag, or whatever. But it was a high compliment. I always thank people when they say that, because we all like to, everybody likes to look nice, and we like compliments. Yes, we do. I mean, it doesn't give me the big head or nothing, but it's nice to be appreciated. I think ladies like for you to compliment them. If they got on a nice dress, nice outfit, say something. Today we have to wonder whether they're going to call it harassment. But I'm letting you know right now, when you say it to me, it is not harassment. I'm going to receive it with all the respect and all the, hopefully, the good greetings that you intended it to be. So, but this guy to make this statement, he said, why you always, you just always dress so swag or something like that. And my response to him was, the Bible tells us that we should honor our mother and father, that our days be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. I said, it's a part of me just honoring my mother and honoring my father. The way you carry yourself and deport yourself. I'm an Ezel. My father's an Ezel. My mother was a great woman, and they took pride in certain things. I can remember my great-grandfather, my great-grandmother. They always took pride in the way they looked, or the way they carried themselves as professional people. The black men back then, they dressed, I guess, and the black women, they did too. The teachers and what have you, they felt honored to be school teachers. And I'm in a school. I was taught for several years as a school teacher. And so I just believe that you ought to, if you love what you do, then you should, and you believe that you're a professional at what you do, then you should operate accordingly and dress accordingly, because no one will, people, if you don't respect what you do, then the people won't respect what you do. And I think that's part of the problem in the school system too. The teachers come to school dressed just like the kids. If the kids say, I don't want to be that, I want to be, I want to have some gold on my neck. They want to look like they're rappers and all those people because of their money. But money ain't everything. And that's what we need to remember. As a people, we should be trying to operate in a way that will raise the consciousness of our people. So I went on to explain to him that everything that I wear usually has a meaning. I don't just throw on anything. I have a reason why I put on what I put on. Just like this. I wear this everywhere I go now. When I started learning about the Ankh, it meant so much to me. It was something that I learned about, and I learned that it was the key to life, and I learned that the cross, I knew it, but it just didn't hit me the way it does now, that the cross is a symbol of crucifixion, and I certainly don't want nobody to come and crucify me. So I think we draw the energy of what we have on. I think that if you dress professionally, then people will treat you professionally. You dress like a thug, people treat you like a thug. I'm not a thug, so I don't dress like one, and I don't pretend to try to be like one. So that has something to do with who I am. My father always dressed. My father was a carpenter, but I remember my mother ironing his shirts and his attire. He would go to work in white overalls. He was a supervisor, but he always wore a tie with it. It put respect on what he did. Okay, so these things mean a lot to me. My mother I always say my mother had a PhD in domestic engineering. My mother was very, very meticulous in the household, and she managed the home like it was her business. We never felt bad about our home. I'm not saying we had a lot of money, but my mother kind of set the tone in our home. Everything was always in order, and I appreciate that now that my mother is gone. And so I honor her even in my attire, the way I dress. Someone asked me about, why you dress that way? Because my mother taught me how to dress. I saw a picture of me when I was a kid. I played the violin, viola, and I don't even remember the picture, but someone dug the picture up and sent it to me, and I saw this picture, and I said, oh my goodness, my mother had me looking good. I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it. It was her handprint up on me. I looked at my shoes, they were shine. My pants were probably iron, they were black. I was matching. I had on a black tie, white shirt. My hair was well cut and groomed, and I had nothing to do with it. That was my mother. My mother was taking care of business. Okay, we didn't have much either, but she knew that she wanted me to look like somebody. So I honor her each and every day by dress. Every time I get dressed, I think about her. I think about who I represent. I represent her. And so I try to strive for excellence, because I'm sure that was, she didn't get a chance to live, but I lived. She lived through me. And I think that everything that my mother ever did, I can do it. I can sew, I can knit, I can crochet, I can do everything she did up in that house. I can do it. I don't cook. I could cook. I think I'd be a great cook. And I didn't cook because I felt, well, that's a personal reason why I stopped cooking. But anyway, I can do anything she does and probably do it better because of her. It was her gift, her talent. She passed it on to me and to all of her children. And my dad the same way. I can do anything my dad did. I can build a house. I built a house. I can work on my car if I need to. I can do all the things. I can work. I can tear up that yard. I can cut the grass, and I can garden. I can plant anything out here. Anything. I can do it all. I can get down in the mud, and I can do it. So I honor my mother and my father by everything. in everything that I do and everything that I say and everything that I say. Hopefully. I probably embarrassed them on some things. But anyway, but I'm just being Anthony and giving honor to my loving, hardworking mother and my father. So as I go out about, I remember who I represent. I walk with my head up now because I'm proud to be an Ezel. I'm proud to be my mother and my father's child. And I think that everyone should feel that way. And when I see kids coming to school always embarrassing their parents, always cutting a fool in school, you're embarrassing your parents. Your parents want to feel like they did a good job, and here you are up here acting like a fool. Okay, so to me, to carry myself a certain way gives honor to my mother and my father. That's why I do it. And everything that I wear, even this, right down to this earring, which I got to the, I do this because of the Ankh. I learned about it. I say when you learn better, you do better. So I wear the Ankh because it's the key to life. And I wear it, sometimes I have a ring on, in Ankh. Sometimes, you see I wear this, sometimes I have some jewelry on. Everything. I carry this sling because it helps me, keeps me organized. I'm an organized guy. I like the way it looks, kind of dress up things. I can wear casual, I can wear a dress. But I've been carrying one for about 10 years now since I've been divorced. Why? Because I had to keep myself organized. I needed things in my life to help me be able to manage. I'm already dyslexic, please. So I need to be as organized as I can, as possible, to help keep myself together and to honor and to just be thankful that I can do these things, and it kind of keeps me in order, right down to my haircut. My son talks about my haircut. He's a barber. He's a professional barber. I am so proud of him and the work that he does. He's really good at what he does. But the thing is, I'm the one that taught him I'm the first one that taught him how to cut, and I would let him cut my hair. And I would go to work. I would gashes in my head. I would have to try to fix it. But if I could do that for him, he is who he is because, someone had to sacrifice, just like my mother sacrificed for me. Somebody had to sacrifice for him. So now I look at that line, I say, I'm going to cut that all the way around. It's clean around the sides. And I think about how much I had to fall in love with who I am as a black man. So I don't even use a hair comb no more. I wet that stuff. And who's to say nappy hair is bad hair? You don't call the hair on a poodle bad, and you don't call the hair on a collie bad. It's hair, and it's what it's supposed to be. It is natural. So why do I have to try to please somebody else to make them feel good when I feel good about me? I love me. I like me. And you need to learn to love you and like you. Love your dark skin, this melanated skin. Love your nappy hair. I like it. I had to learn to like it. Yeah. And learn to love your gifts. Even learn to love your not so perfect gifts, things. That's about you. We have to learn to love ourselves because everything was stolen from us when we were brought over here to this country. I had to examine my life in order to put it in order. But anyway, I left this conversation with this young man after he said that to me. And it gave me an opportunity to do what I do, which is to mentor and to get us to fall in love with ourselves. I even talked to him about issues such as passing your DNA to the next generation. If you love yourself, don't you want to see yourself again? I always wanted to see myself again. That's why I love my children. I named every last one of my kids after me. They weren't going to get away from me. Every last one of them. Got an A for the first name. My two boys, Anthony and Antheus. Yep, I'm proud of my kids, proud of my children. And my daughter, Aniva, she has an A also. She's named after my oldest sister, Geneva. So I took the G and I changed it to an A. Yep, all of my children. I love my family. I love my children. And so, and I love me. And I love me. Okay, so it took me a whole long time to deal with a divorce. Yeah, because I do love my family. And so, those are the nuggets that I have for you today. Learn to love yourself, love your family, love your mother. If your mother get passed on to you some great things, then honor them by doing those things. Not just talking about it, do them and keep them up. Okay, if your father had passed you some things, that's why I don't like when I hear people dishonoring their parents and stuff. You can't find something good to say about them. Because when you talk ill about them, the only person you're talking about is yourself. I love talking about Tuskegee also. Why do I love talking about Tuskegee? Well, I certainly don't want to talk bad about it. That's why I got educated. So if I say that there's not no good and no education, whatever, who am I talking about? All I do is make my education look even worse. Okay? So I'm proud of Tuskegee and the things that it's given me to make me feel good about Tuskegee, where I came from. I would teach the students, why are you talking about your school? You put your school down, you talk about your I was at a school teaching once, and the students were talking about their own football team like crap. I said, well, you're talking about your own people. If they can't get credit from you, who are they supposed to get it from? Okay? I think we're all out of order as a people. We really need to try, if we want to come up, we need to start trying to find something positive to say about everybody. Strive for excellence in everything. That's what I teach. Okay, so I can go on and on and on and on and on about this. But at this time, I'm going to say to you, I grant you peace at the end of this day.